All right. So, hi everyone. Very good evening to all of you. I hope everyone is good. So, this is another session of Daily PIB where we try to decode, 4 to 5 news in everyday session. This is a 2nd of December, and we are having multiple news today. We are going to start with something which is known as, the news that is specifically the first news is 56th International Film Festival of India 2025 has taken place. We'll try to know that what are the aspects associated with it. Next says that India has been re-elected to IMO Council Category B term 2026 and 27. We'll get to know that if India is associated with IMO here, what is the benefit that India is going to get, right? And what is a win-win situation for India here? Third news says that India Tourism Data Compendium 2025 has taken place. Just try to consider it as equivalent to report card only. We'll get to know how much of tourism has been attracted in India, which places are the one which has attracted most tourism, and we'll try to see other aspects also associated with it. Next news says direct news. Appointment of new CBIC chairman has been there. His name is Vivek Chaturvedi. So what is important is the name. They can entirely ask you from the perspective of phase 1. They can ask you in phase 1, repeating that. They can ask you that Vivek Chaturvedi has replaced whom. So yes, they can ask you about the succession also. Next says that for giving boost to MSME sector, you people know already. Hi Shraddha, very good evening. You people know already that MSME sector is one of the most important sectors, is one of the most important parts in your syllabus. So that is also important, right? Now here this news completely says that there is a launch of InDApp also. InDApp is nothing, it's a kind of app only to facilitate the business of MSME sector. Just try to consider it as single window system only. Now when I talk about the single window system, of course, while translating and while decoding the entire news, I'll tell you what are the aspects associated with it. But just remember here that InDApp is a kind of solution which has been given to many problems associated with MSME sector, right? So that is what is the news. Last news is also very direct. It clearly says that Atal Pension Yojana has crossed 8.34 crore of enrollments. Why I've taken it? Because a question can be entirely asked in phase 1, right? They can directly ask it that how many enrollments have been there in this particular month, right? So this is 8.4 crore. They can specifically ask you about the female enrollments as well, right? They can ask you about the percentage. They can ask you about the exact numbers also. Yes, these many news are exactly very important from the examination perspective. At the end of the session, we'll try to solve some questions together as well. All of the new joinees here, this is the link of my Telegram channel, which is Economy with Payal. So everyone can join it, like every new joinee can join this particular channel, which is Economy with Payal. All right. So starting with the first news, this is 56th International Film Festival of India 2025 here. Now, when I talk about this film festival, remember this is the oldest one and the most important one in the film industry, in the entire film industry. This is not specifically Indian Film Festival, but rather this is International Film Festival of India, right? It means the participation is actually very huge in nature. Now, when I talk about this particular, film festival here, I have already told you that this is one of the oldest one here, one of the oldest film festivals here. That is what is the significance. Uske saath saath, since it is old, of course, every time a kind of celebration, a kind of award distribution is given to anyone, that actually matters here, right? Because one, this is the oldest one, and this is actually very important film festival also. Remember, this is the 56th, this is the 56th IFFI, we have celebrated here. It means it is active since 1952. So we have seen it was started in the period of 1952, and since that period only, we are continuously celebrating it. Where it takes place every year in Goa, like everywhere, like every time Goa, right? So that is what is the thing. Like when I talk about the Goa here, ऐसा नहीं है कि 1952 से ही जो है वो गोवा में हो रहा है. Since 2004, it is actually happening everywhere. Like it is happening every time in Goa only, right? So every year since 2004, it is actually taking place in Goa. Okay, and what is the aspect of it and why it is actually very unique in nature? because here in this particular film festival we try to analyze the importance of technology also, how technology, how AI is used for giving boost to my film industry, right? How technology is actually changing the filmmaking also. This is something which we have discussed here as well. We were having special guests also, so we will be discussing about that also, right? Now here it is clearly written on your screen only that the venue has been Dr. Shama Prasad Mukherjee Stadium, Panaji, Goa, and telling you that since 2004 we are celebrating this particular festival every year in Goa only, right? Now the theme has been very beautiful. I told you that the significance here has been technology. How, with the use of technology, filmmaking is actually upgrading itself. So convergence of creativity and technology is this year's theme. They can entirely ask you, right? They can ask you that what is this year's theme of IFFI here, right? Along with that, the organizers have been FCDC as a National Film Development Corporation of India, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of Goa, of course, how it can be missed, right? Government of Goa has been there, and Entertainment Society of Goa was also part of it. Now, we had special focus, special guests as well. The country of focus was Japan, partner country was Spain, spotlight country was Australia. So you people need to remember these also, because no one knows a direct question can be asked on it, right? Now these many other features here. You can just leave the rest of the portion as well, but this elements, this format is actually very important. Now one unique thing has taken place here, right? What is the unique thing here? Parade. This is for the first time that street carnival parade has taken place. So since just because of its uniqueness, they can ask you question on this as well, right? So format क्या था? सबसे पहले it initiated with the street carnival parade only. This has not happened before. Of course, this is the third, this is for the first time that this thing has happened, right? Elements includes what? 26 film themed floats. Themes have been film heritage, production houses, Indian states, animation and VFX also. I told you na, that we have experimented with the technology. We have represented technology as well. That with the use of AI, with the use of technology, how filmmaking is actually upgrading itself. There has been availability of opening and closing films also. Opening film is The Blue Trial. Director is Gabriel Mascaro here, associated with Brazil. Closing film is A Useful Ghost. Director is this Ratchapum here, associated with Thailand, right? So this information is also important. Along with that, now we were celebrating 100th birth anniversary of cinematographer K. Vekunt, and for that only this commemorative postal stamp has been released. Features include portrait and cinematic animal, this elements here, and the initiative includes My Stamp, which is personalized stamp services, right? So this is what is the services that has been provided here. Along with that, the structure is also important. How many total films took part? That is 240 plus. Countries associated here is 81. Along with that, premieres include World 13, International 5, Asian 44, right? Total submissions have been 2,314 from 127 countries, right? So this is what is the major part here. Major screenings bhi hui thi, but usse important kya hai? This is like when I talk about the entire, this list here, that is more important. This list of award winners here, right? Firstly, I'll talk about it and later I'll go towards the rest of the portion as well, right? But this is more important because here you will see an availability of India's as well, right? India's name as well. This clearly says that Golden Peacock, Best Feature Film, the winner has been Skin of Youth, and the country associated with it is Vietnam. The cash prize has been 40 lakhs. Silver Peacock Best Director, Santosh Davakar, India, Marathi. The amount that has been given is 15 lakh. They can ask you one question on it. Silver Peacock Best Male Actor, Obemer Rayos, that is associated with Spain. The amount has been 10 lakh. Silver Peacock Best Female Actor, Jara Sofia Austin, Slovenia. The amount that has been given is 10 lakh. Special Jury Award, Akinola Davies Jr., My Father's Shadow, associated with UK and Nigeria, right? Okay, so this is 15 lakh. Okay, Silver Peacock Best Debut Feature Film, that this is, Hesam, associated with Iran. Along with that, special mention, Tonis Spill, associated with Estonia. Next, we are having Best Debut Director, associated with what? India here. करण सिंह त्यागी. तो यहाँ से भी जो क्वेश्चन है वो पूछा जा सकता है. जो ज्यादा चांसेस है क्वेश्चन पूछने के इज दिस ओनली, दैट इज रजनीकांत. ओके, दे कैन आस्क यू दैट सत्यजीत रे लाइफ टाइम अचीवमेंट अवार्ड गोज टू whom? That is Rajnikant, associated with India. The amount that has been distributed here is 10 lakh. For sure this question can be asked, right? Along with that, web series, the best web series, that is Bandish Bandits associated with India, again 10 lakh is the prize here. Okay, this information is exactly very important. High chance a question can be asked on it, right? Now this is about the India's first AI film festival as well, because I told you these are the associations with it, right? You can clearly see the collaboration is with Waves Film Bazaar and IFFI and LTI Mindtree as well. Awards has been given to Crafts Master Award, Crafts Vanguard Awards, and Cinema that never was, as in Germany associated. Craft Spectra Award is there, and jury special mentions have been. So ये सारा जो information है, this is more than enough. Now I have done perfect filtration from my end only, so that you better understand it. Otherwise there are a lot of concepts which are associated with it, right? I told you about the big opening. This time for the first time it was big opening, street carnival जो हमने parade देखी थी, ठीक है? उसके बाद films मैंने आपको बता दी कितनी associated है. उसके बाद commemorative coin, crystal clear. रजनीकांत से जो question है वो आ सकता है. उसके बाद जो गुरुदत्त, रजनीकांत और जो मैंने नंदमूरी जो बालकृष्णन जी बताए उनकी जो contribution है सिनेमाज में, that is also important here, right? उसके बाद ये जो business focus और जो technology focus है, that is AI film, जैसे जो हमने पढ़ा बाजार फिल्म बाजार स्पेसिफिकली वेव्स फिल्म बाजार here, that is also important, basically business side of the entire festival, right? So that is also important. First AI film festival, that is also important. They can ask you that filmmakers, how filmmakers are using AI and trying to upgrade their filmmaking. So from that aspect it is actually very important. Creative minds of tomorrow, what, like I have told you each and everything associated with it. Big winners की list भी मैंने बता दी, so that is more than enough from your examination perspective, right? So filtration is exactly done. You people can just focus on it again, so that you people have a crystal clarity about each and everything mentioned here. All right, next news says India re-elected to IMO Council Category B term 2026-27. Alright, so before I go ahead here, remember when I talk about this IMO here, this is International Maritime Organization. Now this International Maritime Organization, just consider कि ये जो International Maritime Organization है, which is of course a UN agency only, it is actually something like a rule book, right? Just try to consider, just try to keep it equivalent to rule book only, which tries to make every rules associated with all global shipping and maritime affairs also. And if this clearly says, the news says that India got a sitting on the executive board of the IMO here. If India becomes part of the executive board for say, right? Now executive board is not a small position. Executive board is a position where India will be given chance to represent its views as well, right? So whatever, maybe if something is needed by India, if India wants presentation, if India wants its representation, of course it will get chance to speak, it will get chance to represent itself as well, right? So that is the significance of being in the executive body. तो यहाँ से ये सारी चीजें तो है वो crystal clear होती हैं कि being part of IMO, why it's a win-win situation for India, right? The International Maritime Organization, which acts as a traffic police, which acts as a rule book only for all the ships as well as seas also, that is around the world. Taking decisions on that is exactly very important. Council के बारे में मैंने बता दिया, associated with executive board only, which is having capability of decision making, right? तो यहाँ पे गोल है वो क्या है, देखो अगर इंडिया को कहीं ना कहीं खुद को प्रेजेंट भी करना होगा, रिप्रेजेंट करना होगा, तो India will be able to represent itself in a very safe, secure, efficient, and maybe environment friendly, globally as well. So here the news completely says that the re-election in a nutshell has taken place, right? Now the re-election has been there in the category B here, right? अब category B जो है इसके अंदर 10 countries आती है. This is just the crux that I'm giving to you people, right? Now category B consists of 10 countries, and that too with the largest interest in the international seaborne trade only, right? So we are in the list of category B here. Otherwise there is a list of category A as well, right? You can clearly see India has been re-elected here. IMO Council, International Maritime Council here, organization here. The votes that have been secured by India, they can ask you this question: how many votes have been secured by India? That is 145, 154 out of 169 valid votes. Along with that, the election that is held at 34th session of IMO Assembly London, next that is going to happen in December here, right? So 136th session is going to take place on 4th of December 2025. The entire agenda is representing your views here. This is exam hint. Why I have considered it? So that you better remember and you better get a clarity here, right? अगर इतना भी read करोगे तो that is more than enough. Now this is a list of category A here. Category A list represents largest merchant fleets. Now this consists of 10 states again, right? Although we are having in total 40 members, this consists of 10 states, right? So this says China, Greece, Italy, Japan, Liberia, Norway, Panama, and Republic of Korea, United Kingdom of Great Britain, and Northern Ireland. USA is also part of it. On another hand, we are part of category B. That is again 10 states. It is significant. It is having, like, these countries are having significant interest in the seaborne trade. India, Australia, Brazil, Canada, France, Germany, Netherlands, Spain, Sweden, and UAE is also part of it. So we are part of what? That is category B. So even if they ask you a question, you people should be able to remember it. You people should be able to answer it as well. Now here, this information is entirely about what is IMO, right? So that is less important. Like, if you want, you can get an information about it as well. This was established first in 1948. This came into force in 1958 itself, and the members are 176 member states and 3 other associate members here. Headquarters are in London, UK. They can ask you that where are the headquarters of IMO. So this is London, UK, right? Headquarters are exactly very, very important. Okay. Now they can ask you about the Secretary General also. So this is Arsenio Dominguez here. So you can just remember about the name as well, right? And this is about the council information. What is the role? I told you this acts as an executive body. It means they will have a chance of decision making also. They will have a chance of representing themselves as well. The structure consists of 40 members. 40 members in total. 10 are, which is further divided into 1, 2, and 3. 10 are in these categories, 10 in category A, 10 in category B, and 20 in category C here. Okay, we lie where? That is in category B. Okay, who are having seaborne trade interests. So remember that. All right. Next says that India Tourism Data Compendium 2025. Okay, before that, you just let me know. Are you clear with every detail that I have discussed with you previously? Is everything clear to you people? Yes? Alright. So next news says that India Tourism Data Compendium 2025 has taken place. Now consider it as equivalent to what? That is specifically report card in tourism. Report card is equivalent to what? Which tells us the entire reality of it. Which tells me that which state is having high tourism. Which tells me that how many tourism was there. Which tells me that which site is having high tourism. How many tourists have visited there. Where they went, how much money they've spent there, like if they've gone there, which sector is the one where they've spent a lot of money. So it gives me detailed information about the tourism sector itself, right? This is what is the result that is recently active. So you can clearly see there is a publication of India Tourism Data Compendium 2025. Edition has been 66th here, which was released by Ministry of Tourism. Now here it talks about top states here, right? This consists of Maharashtra. 3.71 million is the one here, is the entire focus here, right? You can entirely see it. It is followed by West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, and Gujarat as well. The numbers are exactly very important, right? So what is important for you people to remember here कि foreign tourist visit कितना है, domestic tourist visit कितना है, ठीक है? उसके बाद states जो है वो भी बहुत ज़्यादा important role play करती है, as I have told you recently only. That when I talk about this particular perspective, always remember कि जो foreign tourist visit है, कहाँ पे? Which is the highest one here, that is Maharashtra. It means people are specifically, just wait a minute, what happened? All right, got it. Okay, so what I told you is specifically associated with what? That foreign tourist visit kitna hai, that is specifically in Maharashtra, this is important. Along with that, what is important? That it is followed by whom? That is West Bengal, and Uttar Pradesh is also having tourism here, right? So the data is actually very important. Numbers are important and the data associated with it is also very important. उसके बाद इंडिया का जो टोटल फॉरेन टूरिस्ट विजिट है दैट इज जस्ट इक्वलेंट टू 20.94 million. They can ask you in the paper that how much is the tourist here that is coming in India as compared to 2023. We have increased it, that is just equivalent to 8.84% here, right? Now these are the exam quick facts. Even if you just miss out the rest of the slides and if you just read it only, you people will be able to get the major information about it. टॉप फॉरेन टूरिस्ट विजिट्स कहाँ पे आते हैं? महाराष्ट्र में आते हैं. इंडिया के जो टॉप टूरिस्ट विजिट्स है दैट इज जस्ट इक्वलेंट टू 20.94 ओनली. अलॉन्ग विद दैट व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट, जो टॉप सोर्स मार्केट्स है FTAs that is associated with USA, Bangladesh, UK, Australia and Canada also. Domestic tourism की अगर मैं बात करूँ, so yes, we are having 2,948.19 tourists that is visited here, right? Million visits here. Top domestic states कौन सी है? Uttar Pradesh is the one, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka is also the one, right? So here, this is a complete full-fledged information about it. Along with that, this is about the data compilation, that how and from where the data has been taken here. Along with that, this is also very important. Top tourist, arrivals here in 2024. Top 5 sources markets कौन सी है? USA जो है highly visits है, बांग्लादेश, UK, ऑस्ट्रेलिया एंड कनाडा. टॉप स्टेट्स कौन सी है? टॉप 5 सोर्सेज कौन से हमारे? नेक्स्ट टॉप 5 सोर्सेज दैट इंक्लूड्स मलेशिया, श्रीलंका, जर्मनी, फ्रांस एज वेल एज सिंगापुर ऑल्सो. Combined, it is just making 68.64% of foreign tourists here, right? Along with that, age की अगर मैं बात करूँ, that is less important. If you want, you can just see it by yourself as well, right? Now, this is associated with the domestic tourist visits here. Remember, total कितने हैं? 2,948.19 million. Yes, growth has been there. And top 5 states कौन सी है? उत्तर प्रदेश, तमिलनाडु, कर्नाटका, आंध्र प्रदेश, राजस्थान, and combined is 60.38%. These are the top visits here. Remember that top visits have been ताजमहल, आगरा हियर, ठीक है. सो टॉप मॉन्यूमेंट कौन सा है? ताजमहल, आगरा है. एंड द अदर डोमेस्टिक अट्रैक्शंस कौन कौन सी है? सन टेम्पल, कोणार्क एंड कुतुब मीनार, दिल्ली, राइट. सो दिस information is exactly very important. Now these are the international tourist arrivals as well. Now this completely says that foreign tourists are just equivalent to 9.95 million. Non-residents NRIs are 10.62 million. इंडिया का जो ग्लोबल रैंक है वो है 20th. तो हो सकता है इसके ऊपर भी क्वेश्चन पूछा जाए. सो अगेन टेलिंग यू, एवरी इंफॉर्मेशन एसोसिएटेड विद इट इज एग्जैक्टली वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. टॉप 5 कंट्रीज एसोसिएटेड: फ्रांस, स्पेन, USA, इटली एंड टर्की. ओके, सो रिमेंबर इट. नेक्स्ट इज अबाउट दिस इंफॉर्मेशन इटसेल्फ. रिमेंबर, अगर मैं ITR की बात करूँ, सो जो इंडिया का जो एस्पेक्ट है दैट इज $35.02 billion ओनली. Along with that, जो global rank है that is 15th. Okay, so this much information is exactly more than enough here. Now these are top 5 states also. I request you all to just see it by yourself also, because ये जो हर एक information है उसमें filtration भी important. I have done it from myself. Entire crystal clear, direct question. They can ask you that who is the one who's been appointed as new CBIC chairman. So the name is Vivek Chaturvedi. So even if you get a question, similar question, you people need to answer it. सक्सीड की अगर मैं बात करूं तो संजय कुमार अग्रवाल है, ठीक है. तो दिस टू इन्फॉर्मेशन इज मोर देन इनफ. दे कैन आस्क यू क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड टू इट, दे कैन आस्क यू क्वेश्चन टू दिस ऑल्सो, ठीक है. मोर देन इनफ. अगर मैं यहाँ पे बैच की बात करूँ, कौन से बैच के साथ एसोसिएटेड है? सो यस, 1990 का जो IRS बैच है उसके साथ एसोसिएटेड है. रेवेन्यू सर्विसेज में इन्होंने काम करा है, कस्टम्स एंड इनडायरेक्ट टैक्सेस में, ठीक है. सो दिस इज व्हाट इज द इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट दैट पर्टिकुलर इंडिविजुअल. ऑलराइट. Next says that there is a launch of InDApp, Unified Single Window Digital Platform for MSMEs. All right. Before I go forward, just let me know, is everything clear to you people? Whatever I have explained to you, is everything clear? Whatever I have explained, is that clear to all of you? All right. Now this says that there is a launch of InDApp, Unified Single Window Digital Platform for MSME sector here. Now why this is important? Because this is one of the initiatives that has been taken for bringing facilitation in the life of MSME sector. See, what is written here? It's a kind of unified single window digital platform only. What do I mean when I say single window digital platform? See, there are multiple problems associated with MSME sector, but the one problem which is major here is specifically that they are having, for example, considering me only, right? For example, if I want to, like, this is the example that I've already used, but I'm still using it. For example, I want to make maybe schemes, class for all. If I want to know that which schemes were present in in last month, right? I want compilation of it, but I'll never get that. Kyun? Because there is no platform where everything is compiled, right? So I need to visit multiple sites. I need to visit PIB in a very full-fledged manner. Monthly जो है मेरे को visit करना पड़ेगा. Accordingly, I need to compile that data. Similar is the case with MSME sector also. Now, MSME sector is the one which is already working at what? That is, specifically ground level के ऊपर वो काम कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? Now, they are already working there. Now, when I talk about the MSME sectors here, always remember they are in need of help also, right? They are in need of financial help. They are in need of technical help as well. So, for example, there are multiple MSME individuals, owners who are having no knowledge that which scheme is made for them. So for getting that information, it is exactly very important ना कि एक unified platform मेरे पास हो जिससे मेरे को पता लग जाए हर एक जो information about the scheme should be present there only, so that I get to know. I visit that particular one window or maybe that particular one side, and there should be an availability of each and every scheme there only. This is a solution for me, right? So this is what is the app going to provide me. This says that there is a launch of InDApp, which is specifically for what purpose? Ease of जो business है, ease of doing business जो है इनको provide करा जाएगा. The initiative says India's Industrial Empowerment Application. It is launched by National Industries Research and Development Council here. Ministry's guide is of course associated with the Ministry of Micro and Small and Medium Enterprises, and the launch period is November here, right? Again telling you it's a unified digital platform only where it is entirely helpful for my MSME sector. Again telling you, it is not just associated with schemes itself, but yes, big opportunities, every, creativity opportunity will be given to, a complete nod will be given to the MSME sector here. Approvals हो गए, real time market data हो गया, business operations हो गया, उसके बाद कोई भी decision making हो गई, these are actually going to be very broader in nature. Now this is about the functionality of it. Why this has been there? क्योंकि उनको multiple visits करने से अच्छा है कि हम उनको एक platform provide कर दें जहाँ पे उनको entire information जो है वो एक ही platform पे मिल जाए. They will be given access of government schemes, technological solutions, export pathways, inter-industry partnership, compliance and regulatory information also. So this is what is the entire. Now they can ask you that how many ministries are associated with it. So remember they have developed with the support from 7 ministries here, right? They can just go through each and every ministry, again telling you associated with it. They can specifically ask you one question in phase 1 related to this as well, right? That how many ministries are specifically associated with it. Last news. This says that Atal Pension Yojana has crossed 8.34 crore of enrollments. Now, Atal Pension Yojana, again telling you that Atal Pension Yojana has already completed its 10 years. तो ये भी important है. इसके साथ साथ सुरक्षा बीमा योजना ने भी इसके 10 years जो है वो complete कर ली है, उस perspective से भी important है. जीवन ज्योति बीमा योजना भी अपने जो 10 years है वो complete कर लिए हैं. आपके examination perspective से बहुत important है. Even if you're the one who's preparing for NABARD for say, even if you're the one who's preparing for RBI grade B for say, बहुत important है. GA perspective से तो बहुत ज़्यादा important है क्योंकि एक तो scheme है और दूसरा news में है, ठीक है? तो दोनों में से जो questions है वो पूछे जा सकते हैं. अब they can ask you because whenever they frame one question for you people, they always try to confuse you. They always ask you question from in between the lines. तो यहाँ पे age जो है ना बिल्कुल मत छोड़ना क्योंकि age के ऊपर जो confusion है वो create हो सकती है, ठीक है? They can ask you that who are eligible for it as well. तो eligible जो part है वो भी अपना covered रखना, ठीक है? They can ask you this question directly in phase 1 also. They can ask you that Atal Pension Yojana has crossed how many enrollments. So as per this particular year only, as per this 31st/10/2025, enrollments have been 8 crore 34 lakh 13,738. This is what is the exact numbers here. Exact numbers तो वो नहीं पूछेंगे, but yes, they can ask you that how much it has crossed. So 8.34 crore is also more than enough, right? Now they can ask you that out of these 8.34 crore, how many are women on this? How many are women enrollments here? So the share is 48%. Again telling you, they cannot ask you the exact number, or you can tell them that 4.04 crore is the exact number here, right? 48% या तो फिर 4.04 crore जो है वो बता देना. This is women enrollment, right? So that is important, right? Now what is the objective of Atal Pension Yojana? Social security provide करना है ना? We need to provide social security specifically to my unorganized sectors. Unorganized sector. ठीक है, तो अनऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर के लिए वी आर हैविंग दिस पर्टिकुलर इनिशिएटिव. Remember when it was launched, high chances that question can be asked in the paper. 2015 was the one. Eligibility includes 18 से लेके 40 years तक with a savings account bank or the post office as well. Pension benefits मिलेंगे. It begins at the age of 60 years of age only. They can ask you that what is the pension benefit that has also been given. The expected pension payout start year is 2035 onwards. So this much information is more than enough from your examination perspective. Again telling you, static portion को complete करना is your responsibility. Why I took this news so that I can tell you that specifically कौन सा जो है वो current aspect इसके साथ associated है, क्योंकि हम economy पढ़ रहे हैं. economy को हम ऐसे ही नहीं पढ़ सकते हैं. economy जब भी हम read करेंगे, इसके साथ हमारा जो proper linkage है with the current portion is exactly very important to make. That is the reason I have taken it, right? Along with that, here for this aspect only, clear. Periodic advertisements are also taking place for the use of print media, electronic and social media as well, right? So this much information is more than enough from the perspective of this news here. All right, coming on to the question. Now tell me, as of 31st October 2025, the total enrollments under Atal Pension Yojana stands at what? Is it 6.72 crores, 7.95, 8.34, 9.12, if it 2, 8.02? Come on, be very quick. 8.34. Anyone else? Anyone else? All right, good. So C exactly is the correct answer. They can ask you about the women enrollments as well, right? Anyone knows what are the women enrollments? Anyone can tell me what are the women enrollments? Anyone can tell me? All right, so you need to mention in the comment section. All right, next question says, with which organization launched InDApp single window digital platform for MSME sector? NABARD, NIRDC, SNCFE, SEBI, NRLM. Which one exactly is the correct answer? All right, anyone here who would like to give me the correct answer? All right, Lakshman says B. Anyone else? Good. All right, so this is National Industries Research and Development Council. Very good. So B exactly is the correct answer, right? Okay, because few people will stay confused in the ministry only. So यहाँ पे organization पूछा है, उसको याद रखना, ठीक है? All right, next say that who has been appointed as a new chairman for CBIT, as in this Central Board for Indirect Taxes and the Customs as well, right? Is it Sanjay Kumar Agarwal, TV Somanathan? Is it Vivek Chaturvedi, BL Verma, or Arvind Panagaria? Which one exactly is the correct answer? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Come on, be very quick. This is very simple. We've just discussed it. No one? Literally no one? Exactly. So why you took so much of time in saying that? C exactly is the correct answer. We've been appointed as what? That is CBIT, CBIC, chairman here. All right. So thank you so much for joining the session. I hope each and every news is crystal clear to all of you. Now I'll meet you tomorrow at the same time and, with important kind of news as well. All right. So thank you so much for joining. Now I'll meet you tomorrow at the same time. Take care. Bye-bye.